Um, the it's important that every society recognize the rights of people, and that is something that has been lacking in the country for a while. People are consistently and constantly being denied of their work and being denied of their rights to earn a good living. The strike they have gone on, I think is a step in the right process, and it's something that I particularly I support, because the way things are going, if nothing is being done about it, it's already into the system. It only gets worse. We did a program last week, 31st and 2nd in Ikeja, and we had to keep the time for the program 10 a.m. and we had to also keep some persons in the hotel, because we knew very well if they were coming from long distances, they won't be able to come the next day. On the first day, we started the program around 11:30, 10:30, 11. The second day, we started around, still around 10:30. Why? Because a lot of persons struggled to get to the venue. And this has also made people like boat drivers or taxifiers, they have increased the amount of money to be paid to them, knowing fully well that people don't have an option, right, but to use them. So they have tried to increase the prices. So it's not been funny for the common man, knowing fully well they have to go out and work and earn a living. But once one thing affects one person, it affects all. We want a system where somebody is being allowed, when hard work is encouraged. But these so-called agberos that are still around just collecting money from people, it's wrong. And when these persons bought their car on their own, you paid nothing, you understand? Now these same persons have been going, will move from one place, shout to get people to fill their buses, and then you come and collect money. As what? And this has been going on for long in Lagos, and a lot of all the state governments have actually been working with these people, which is very bad. In a country that wants to grow, we should be able to ensure the security of lives and property of citizens. But this is not happening, because once any driver refuses to give them money, they destroy the mirror, spoil the windscreen, or use stick to hit somewhere. The driver is not mandated in any way to give you money. Is it by the constitution or by what? But these persons are there, even when they do these things in the presence of law enforcement officers, be it LASMA, be it police, be it military, be it whatever. They only look at it and allow the persons to go. Sometimes they'll even be the one telling you that, oh, just give him, it's not 100 naira, just 200, give the person now. It means even all citizens, we are even encouraging the drivers to give this money. But when these drivers now increase the cost of transportation, we complain. But we are the same one pushing them, pay these people now so that we'll be going, they are delaying. Instead of everybody coming down to condemn and drive them off the street, we are even supporting the process. So these persons, and then you hear some people giving wrong notions, bringing up the wrong notions like, if we don't give these people this money, they'll become armed robbers. So indirectly, everybody should stop work. Maybe you also have to stop work and then stay at, maybe on your street, anybody that passes around, you go and like drop something, Roger now, give something, and then you collect money. Then maybe the bus drivers too will stop and also stay on the street also to be collecting money. Then who will be working? We shouldn't encourage laziness. Every young born is healthy, and everybody has a right to hustle. Go out, hustle, and get your money. Work, do a clean work and get your money. Stop stressing people. You are stressing the drivers, and it's affecting us. Because the drivers now are including the 200 naira they are paying to the Agboros on the general transportation. So if from Ojedu to Ikeja is 200, now they are collecting 300. Because they know they have to give, at any bus stop, they have to give one Agboro 200 naira or thereabout. The work of Agboro is actually a crime. This is extortion. This is criminality in place in the country.
But okay, let us look at it this way, that it's supposed to be like a union, and they're supposed to pay their dues to this union. For example, tax, transportation tax, which it is gathered that Lagos State makes a lot of money from tax, especially that of transportation. But what they are complaining now is excessive charges. And apparently there are some places that normally they have to pay, the ticket price is the price for just one seat, but then they have them charging for 3 seats in the car, and then the drivers have no choice. They have to bring it back to the people. And have you seen those people run after buses? They would not agree with you that they are lazy. They jump on buses.
So it's a wrong thing that has been entrenched in the system, particularly in Lagos. This is like a new normal in Lagos. This is an abnormal thing. People looking at it as a normal thing in Lagos, particularly in Lagos. This has also started in Abuja, with the new FCT also encouraging things like that. So currently in Lagos, when people are jumping from one place to the other, trying to collect money or extort people, this is wrong. Normally, everybody should pay tax, right? It's more like you support back the government, or the government that is creating the opportunity for you to earn a source or a source of living. So paying tax is a normal thing everybody does. Nigeria overtax everybody. From the recharge card, even money you put in your bank, they cut it. The calls you make to people, the transfer you make, everything, there's deduction. The clothes you buy, you go to a hotel, everything is being, and there's tax, value-added tax and all that to included on everything. Now, there are people that the government, the road transport workers, the officials that collect this tax. Now, they have used that as an opportunity to enrich themselves. So if they are supposed to collect 200 naira from them, maybe daily, they end up collecting 500 naira. The remaining money, where is it going? To themselves. It shouldn't be so. Now, outside the tax, these various tickets that they give, now Agberos themselves in some location also have their own tickets. Who has given them a mandate to do that? The state government. You know, sometimes we try to run away with this situation, but this is something that the government knows, because the government works with all these Egberos in rigging elections. And that is why they find a way to compensate them to continue doing this wrong and abnormal thing in the country. And knowing fully well that election is coming, we also still need these people. So if we try to move them off the street or arrest them, that means when election comes, we don't have people to use. And then the Agberos themselves, they are forgetting to know that when you are victimizing your fellow citizens, you are not touching the government or those people occupying leadership positions. They are using you, they are using the other person, they are using you to victimize your fellow citizen. It's not affecting them. They are taxing everything. The whole tax money is going where? To the government. They are the ones enjoying it. Then you at your own level, because you are also getting the few change or leftovers, then you become a lord or a judge in your situation. So you can just see anybody on the road and say, because you're a bus driver, give me 500. If you don't give me, I will spoil something. If you take that very Agbero to the police station, they won't do anything about it. So that is how bad the system is. So it's important that the police and last man, all these other agencies, should start thinking about the common man. Like a last man going on the streets is more concerned about somebody to fault a traffic rule so that they will arrest the person. Is that the work of last man? Shouldn't it be more of direction or guidance for people to do the right thing? If somebody faults you, the next thing, the state governments now will arrest the cars and go and auction it. It means laws that are made most times, and the government, particularly the government of the day, is not thinking about the common man. It's thinking about themselves and how they can keep themselves on ground, keep all of us on ground to be doing whatever they want with us and among us. And unfortunately, those that have refused to be learned or to be enlightened are being used as tools to victimize us. And as long as people don't speak out against these ills in the society, it will continue to be entrenched. With each day, it worsens because more persons are coming from different locations. And as long as there's nothing to do, when you are not busy doing something, you are being recruited for the wrong reasons. So there's always an available seat for the next Agbero. And then it has continued for years in Lagos, and it's becoming a new normal.
So I know for sure that some of those people, they have this vest they put on, they have their face cap, they have ID cards for someone who issues this ticket. And then we have some, you only see them with the word of cash at hand, and they keep demanding for money. So who do you feel is in the best place to check these excesses by the ones taxing the drivers?
Every state uh, has a, like, for Lagos we have the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. Other states do have theirs. They are saddled with the responsibility of collecting tax and all that. And most times it's not really from vehicles, but they have a way of collecting tax from other businesses and all that. Then we have the National Road Transport Workers, right? An association where they collect tax and all that. The issue has always been is what is the money being collected for, right? So particularly in Lagos, monies are being collected from different people. But what should be there is, if the National Road Transport Workers are collecting, that should be it. If the state government, maybe through LIRS or so, is collecting tax, it should be it. But Agberos now come in, everybody will just wake up and then see the young people in the area, they'll come together and then give themselves one name and then do a verse and then do an ID card. Most of them don't even have ID card, but they form a team or a gang. Let me not even use a team. A team is even a positive word. They become a gang or a syndicate, and they sit like 10 or 20 in an area. Lazy group of young persons. And with each boss, they rush, one person rush to collect money. If you don't give, the next 20 will come. So, by law, it's wrong. Nobody should be harassed or forced. This is extortion. This is stealing. And the unfortunate thing is no one is being protected. You are not protecting these people. They are paying their tax. They are paying whatever they need to pay as drivers. So at the end of the day, a driver will have to pay about 3 or more persons. You pay to the LIRS, you pay to the national transport workers, you pay to the Agbero 1. Sometimes they also have, the Agberos are different. You pay to this person, they say, no, you have not given me. So this is an opportunity to empower the Agberos.